sun. So what I've got going on here is the last time I used this thing, I was shoving some stuff, and next thing I know, it was shooting hydraulic fluid out right here. And I called a guy that I get parts off of, and was telling him what was going on, and he told me, well, I'll tell you what you did. And he said you had your blade cocked all the way one way or the other, and you hooked onto something when you was backing up and pulled that out. He said you never cock your blade as far as it'll go. He said always leave it just a little bit. And I started thinking back, and I had the blade cocked sideways. I didn't remember hitting anything and causing it, but that's what did it. So we're replacing this angle cylinder here. And after we get that done, I got to check all these fluids. I'll save you guys the hassle of that. We're heading over the hill in the woods. We got to go cut some fence line and open up an old logging road. So that's what we're going to be doing. So just looking this over, this isn't going to be real hateful. This pin down in here is already loose. Nothing holds it in other than gravity, it looks like. So I cut some zip ties and undo this line, and should be able to pop it up out of there. Up here on this front one, I've got this bolt. I might be able to knock it out with a hammer. This pin feels kind of loose in there, so it should drive right out. This should be a pretty easy swap, hooking lines back up. And of course, some dumbass, i.e. me, put a grade 8 bolt in here and bent it. There we go. Well, there's one pin out. That was pretty simple. So I went ahead and got out my brand used cylinder here. And the guy said they put this stuff on here to help keep from rust, and I got to take some gas and wipe that off. It's dry, but it's like a grease. I don't know what it is. It's got to come off. There we go. Okay, we got it out of there. I don't know what this black stuff is that they put on here, but I ended up using mineral spirits, and it's just barely touching it. But it is bringing it off. So, we're getting her cleaned up. Alright, we got our cylinder all cleaned up here. We're going to try to maneuver it in here. That ain't gonna happen. It's too long. I thought maybe I could just get it to sit down in here and then we could do this, but alright. So, we've got to fire the dozer up and twist the blade around here. Put it in there now. Yeah, it's just my luck. Okay, we might get it. Yep, we're good. That one's in there. I think that'll go. I think we're there. Alright, we'll tighten these lines up and we're good to go. Well, we got that cylinder all changed out. Probably going to grease this thing and check all my fluids, because clearly I lost a lot of hydraulic fluid there. But I'll get her all topped off and we'll head for the woods. So I'm down here in the woods, and I came a long ways around the hillside before I remembered that I'm supposed to be recording this. And so I got to this holler that runs down through here, this ditch, and we've got some old pipe that we threw in here, and I'm going to go ahead and try to cover this up so I can get on across here and make this easier, because normally when you come down here you have to come up here and around that tree and then come around and go on out the road. So if I fill this ditch, which is about 4 foot deep, and I got some 12-inch culvert here, I'm going to throw those down in there and cover those up. So I'll set the camera up there somewhere and see how this turns out. So I threw these blue culvert pipes down in here. There's 3 pieces. And they didn't fit together. I mean, they don't slide together. So my theory on that was I throw a piece of mine belting over where they join, and I'll cover that up, and hopefully that'll keep from washing the dirt out from above it. So I'll get to it. Well, that there didn't turn out too bad. It's only got to have 4-wheelers and occasionally the farm tractor cross it here. So here's the upper end of my pipe, and down there's the lower end. Sorry about this lighting. The sun's just shining through these trees like crazy here. But I should explain myself is the fact that I've only got left-hand brakes. Right-hand clutches work. So if I'm on a bank, if I'm going up a bank and I pull the stick, it'll clutch and turn. Or if I'm shoving hard, it'll clutch and turn. But other than that, if I want to go this way, I have to stop the dozer, reverse, and turn it, and go that way. I sent the brakes out. They're getting the factory brakes. I sent them out, and they're getting relined. That'll be a future video. I'm going to do a tear down and replace those again. This here's what's ahead of me. The trail goes out through here. I've got to open all this up. Well, one thing about it don't take long when you got the right equipment. Really make a difference. Right down there is the culvert. And out through here is where I just cleared. I opened her up. I like my trails to be about like the Hatfield and McCoy trails. I want them wide open. I ain't got to worry about nothing that way. It's going to make it easy to run fence through here too. that there didn't turn out too bad. I got her opened up like I wanted to. Be good enough to put fence through here and be able to ride it to make sure it's all right. And it goes on out around the hillside. I've already got the trail right here where the dozer's sitting. I had the tractor down here last night with a brush hog on, coming clear out around our hill here. I keep that trail mowed down pretty good. We got a split off that goes up and over to get back to our back field up here. So I'm gonna head back up that way and try to get something else done today. Well, that there was changing the hydraulic cylinder and then opening the road up around the hillside here with the old, the 50-year-old John Deere 450 dozer. And it does pretty good still. So if you guys like videos like this, go check out the rest of my channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to have more stuff coming up soon. Thanks for watching.